You know, this Manny Pacquiao fight versus Keith Thurman is a real, well, it's very intriguing to me. Now, why do I say that? Because of the simple fact that when this fight was first announced, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see a scenario where Keith Thurman does not win this fight. I mean, no. Let me take that back. Manny Pacquiao can win this fight. I do not expect him to win this fight. You see what I'm saying? He can. He should. Right? Keith Thurman, that is. Manny Pacquiao can win this fight. Certain things just have to happen. When I look at Manny Pacquiao, and I'm gonna take some time on Manny Pacquiao, by every measure, he is an ATG. He is an all-time great. But Manny Pacquiao has always been the product, okay, of great matchmaking. Okay, that's one thing I can say about Bob Arum. Bob Arum is a crook, as is most promoters, right? Most promoters are crooks or whatever have you. But when Bob Arum sees you as a cash cow, he will protect you at all costs. And this is what has happened. Manny Pacquiao is the product of excellent matchmaking. I've never seen a fighter that has had matchmaking going his way for this long, and for some odd reason, things that are expected of other fighters, Manny does not have to live up to those standards. Okay. When you really start to scrutinize Pacquiao's resume, and I'm not taking anything from the OG, and I'm not taking, like I said, I fully respect him as an ATG, but when I looked at fighters that he didn't fight, like Zaire Rahim or Juan Diaz, fighters like those two guys who see, when I look at Manny Pacquiao, right, okay, he has supposedly lineal championship status. All right. First of all, how can you be a lineal champion when you have never beat any of the top guys in your said division? Now, they're quick to say that he ran through 8 divisions. 2 divisions, he only nabbed an IBO strap. Last time I checked, the IBO is not recognized as a major world title. Now, there are, a very small remnant of so-called boxing fans who wants to, how can I say it? Want to make the IBO more so than anything else. Whatever the case may be, it's not a major world title. So so from that point, he's a 6 division world champion. And title unification fights, Manny has never won a title unification fight. So you have a hard time selling me that he was lineal in any division. I like to call Manny Pacquiao a weight jumper, a weight class jumper. He picked up one title, dropped the title, went up to another division, and now we have the quote unquote 8 division world champion, but has never considered lineal in a couple of divisions, but never unified a belt. Make it make sense. And when I look at Keith Thurman, he's a natural welterweight. He came in the game at 147 pounds. He was a fighter that Marcos Maidana, I think, ducked. I think Marcos Maidana was presented an opportunity to fight Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman was like 17-0. Marcos Maidana blatantly turned it down. I don't know why. This was back when Keith Thurman was a prospect, right? He was actively chasing behind Floyd Mayweather. He wasn't scared to, quote unquote, lose his O. Floyd tried to put him up against Errol Spence with both the WBC and WBA titles on the line. Keith Thurman said no. It sets a precedent for things in the future. Things that we didn't know back in 2015 during the Mayweather-Berto build-up that we know now. And that is Thurman is clearly ducking Spence and blatantly ducking Crawford also. So I can understand why people want Manny Pacquiao to win. Coming from that perspective, I would like for Manny to win too. But for boxing, Keith Thurman, I expect Keith Thurman to win. And Keith Thurman has to win. Some of the things that I see. Manny Pacquiao, this is... he's fighting a full-fledged welterweight again. There is no hydration clauses, nothing of the sort, right? So he's already at a disadvantage. Keith Thurman has more reach, I believe, than Manny Pacquiao. That's another disadvantage. But the problem is this. Keith Thurman doesn't have very great defense, and he is extraordinarily weak to the body. Now, this is where Manny can actually win the fight. If I'm Manny, I would not attack him. I would not attack Keith Thurman to his head. I'd spend the first 5 or 6 rounds trying to attack the body. I think that if Manny Pacquiao was to attack the body of a Keith Thurman, he would put Keith Thurman on his bicycle, just like we saw against Luis Collazo. When that man is hurt, when he's hurt, he's getting on that bicycle and he's gonna try to get away from you. That, with Manny Pacquiao having the fan support that he has and him being a media darling that he has, and the way that he himself is being promoted since he signed with the PBC. Well, Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather, of course, PBC, they're treating him like he's the one, like he's been PBC from day one. They're treating him like a quote-unquote in-house fighter, okay, that way they're promoting him. All right, now Keith Thurman wins, he beats Manny. That's a big, head on his mantle, okay? And he's probably going to use that to get out of a fight with Errol Spence and price himself out. But that's a story for another day. But if I'm Manny, I go to Keith Thurman's body. I think that Manny has an aggressive style, right? If Manny has an aggressive style that the judges are already familiar with, if he can continuously hit Keith Thurman to the body, I think that'll open things up for him later in the fight, because Keith Thurman has shown the propensity to gas out, and if he's taking a couple of body shots he will get on his high horse, and Manny can win rounds, and he can bank rounds just off the strength of just off the strength of ring generalship and effective aggression, right? And Keith Thurman has never shown the propensity to put on great defensive performances either. Neither has Manny, but a key for Keith Thurman to beat Manny Pacquiao, use his reach. For God's sake, I hope that he, shorten those looping hooks, even though those punches are fast. You see the punches, but, I believe, who was it? Was it Danny Garcia? He said he saw Keith Thurman's punches, but the problem is Keith Thurman he has very deceptive hand speed. So you can see the hook coming, but by the time you're ready to react, the hook done already made contact with you, So he needs to use his jab, of course. He needs to not go for, the one thing I can say about Manny Pacquiao is he's been extraordinarily good at setting traps. I've always said that Manny Pacquiao has always been a master of subterfuge. The man knows how to set traps, and he knows how to bait you in. So Keith is going to have to box a very smart fight, not fall for the proverbial bait and switch, not fall for any of Manny's traps. He's going to have to play it smart, fight his height. When if you feel like Manny is coming in applying too much pressure, you clinch him, but you clinch him in a way that he doesn't. Manny doesn't continue to go to the body until the ref breaks it up. I think that the judges are on Manny's side. I think the judges want to see Manny Pacquiao win. I think boxing wants to see Manny Pacquiao win. Keith Thurman needs to win this fight, even though smart money is going on Keith Thurman. I'd like to see Manny Pacquiao win. I think that if Manny does win, you'll actually start seeing big fights. But you will see a Pacquiao versus Spence fight before you see a Thurman and Spence fight. At this point, I believe it for some odd reason. That man know he can't beat Spence, but it is what it is. Who do I believe is going to win this fight? I think, like I said, it would surprise me if Keith lost this fight. I think that Keith Thurman should win this fight. I think Keith Thurman should be able to win easily by unanimous decision. I think he can pull away. But I can also see him losing also. I can also see Keith Thurman losing also. I got him to win by unanimous decision, but I'll talk about what's next for both fighters after the fight is over. I think that's it. That's it for this particular video. I think that's my prediction for Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. It's been a while. I'm back. And let's get back to talking about this boxing. All right. Till the next time, it's your boy AC. I am out, man. God willing, I'll catch you on the next one.